Hello, I'm Bob Weir with another interview of People in the News in North Texas. My guest today is Sherman Swartz, who is running in the March 6th primary for the Republican nomination as Justice of the Peace in Precinct 3. Thank you for being here, Sherman.
Thank you very much, Bob.
If you would begin, please, by telling our viewers something about your background, like education and so forth.
Well, I have been in North Texas pretty much all my life, and I've been here in Denton County for about 40 years, a little bit over 40 years. I went to Denton High School and North Texas. Later, I graduated from Baylor University with a law degree, and I've been practicing as an attorney for the last 20 years here in Denton County.
Let's begin about the offenses handled by the Justice of the Peace. What type of offenses are handled?
Well, anything that is civil in nature under $10,000 can go through the Justice of the Peace Court. And if it's criminal in nature, usually it's only offenses that are by fine only. It also handles evictions, and they also have the ability to do marriages, should that be required.
Oh, okay, that's one of the questions I have coming up for you. But they do handle criminal and civil offenses.
Yes, they do.
But the criminal offenses are, is it below a misdemeanor? Or?
It's minor offenses, it's non-incarceration type offenses. Usually it's traffic and things like that.
Okay, so you can't give them any death penalties.
No, death penalties in the JP court.
Okay, all right, so let me ask you that, although you're a lawyer, the position of JP does not require a law degree, correct?
That is correct, it does not. It's from the Texas Constitution, and it does not require a law degree.
All right, how about this? Can a Justice of the Peace issue an arrest warrant or a search warrant?
Well, they do provide the ability to do warrants, and they are considered judicial representative for warrants. Not always are they used that way, because obviously the other courts take care of larger crimes and larger issues like that.
So this would be, of course, these are more minor issues. Well, what would be enough for a search warrant from a JP?
Well, first of all, there would have to be a request for the JP to issue a warrant, and the JP at that point, if they had good cause, would then sign the warrant.
I see. And the warrant could be signed by the JP?
Warrants are signed by the JP.
They are,
yes.
okay. Okay. And for higher crimes, it would be a criminal court judge or a district court judge, for example?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. How about the type of punishment that a JP can give to a defendant? You said something about fines. Is that as much as can be done as a fine?
Fines. That's where JP's jurisdiction is.
So it was like a traffic offense, speeding, there would be a fine imposed?
A fine imposed, that's correct.
What about something like reckless driving? That would be a traffic offense, right? So
Well, it depends if the municipal court is caring for it or if the Justice of the Peace Court is caring for it. Because some of these are municipal offenses, and there might be a municipal offense that's caring for that transgression, whatever it may be.
All right, so, and a Justice of the Peace serves for how long a term?
4 years.
Okay. Now, also, I know that a Justice of the Peace, you mentioned before, they can perform marriage ceremonies.
That is correct.
As well.
It's an optional, that any judge can do that.
Any judge can.
District court judges, criminal court judges, and Justice of the Peace.
And a JP can be paid for doing so. They are paid for marriage ceremonies.
JPs are paid for marriage ceremonies historically, independent and separate from the county.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's get a little bit about you, for example. Why do you think you're the best candidate for this position as Justice of the Peace?
Well, I believe I'm the best candidate because I have experience with people, and most of all, I want to make a difference in people's lives. And I want to be able to care for those things that people find important to themselves, because not everyone has a voice, and I want to give those people voices when they come to court, because you don't have to have an attorney to be in a Justice of the Peace Court. You yourself can appear, and you yourself need to be heard, and that's what I can do for you in an unbiased and fair manner. And I believe that's very important, and training is part of it. understanding the legal system is part of it. But also having experience with people, in businesses, and individuals is very important as well.
So then you believe that having a law degree is very beneficial to a position like this because you know the law.
I believe that's the case. I believe knowing the law is helpful, but there will be attorneys also showing up and showing up in the JP courts representing their clients.
Oh, that's correct. Oh, I see. Yeah. So then if attorney shows up as representing a client, you sitting there as a JP, being an attorney, you have a little more advantage, I suppose, because you know the law a little more.
Well, that's a possibility, but that's where the judge themselves has to bring out from the individual the story and to aid and to help the investigation and the finding of the truth in a fair and unbiased way. And that's very important for a JP justice to do. And to know that and to know how to get that and to be for justice and for an unbiased, fair opinion.
So do you think that much of much of what's required for a JP is just common sense, good judgment?
I believe common sense and good judgment is necessary, but also knowing what to look for. In other words, from a legal perspective, what to look for, as well as an individual perspective, what to look for.
All right. Okay, what about the areas covered by Precinct 3? How large is that?
Well, Precinct 3 is predominantly Copper Canyon, Highland Village, and Louisville. There's little snippets in there, but those are the predominant portions of Precinct 3 for the JP court.
Okay, so someone who commits a violation in those areas would go to that court?
That's correct.
Okay, so they're all separate. And where is the JP office located?
It's just off Main Street, behind the library, just up off Valley.
In what town is that?
It's in Louisville.
In Louisville,
Yes.
okay. All right, so what type of campaigning are you doing for this? I imagine you're going to be doing debates and sending literature. I see some of the literature
Oh,
here.
yeah. We're doing debates, we're doing literature, we're contacting everybody that we can, we're putting up signs, we've been walking. We've been working real hard, trying to get the word out and saying, hey, vote for me because I am the guy.
Yeah, and door to door, I suppose, that's a difficult part of campaigning, going door to door.
Actually, it's kind of fun. I enjoy going door to door. I
Yeah,
enjoy
right.
meeting the people and talking to the people. In fact, my wife is telling me, she's going, you're talking. Just go to the next door. She's
yeah.
focused on the doors and I'm focused on the people. But we're getting through that and everything.
And I think that's very valuable because it's the person-to-person touch that you have. And I think I saw this sometime in the past, the statistics show that the people who actually meet a candidate, they're more likely to vote for that candidate if they met them.
I hope that's true. I'm trying to meet all 4,000.
There's a lot of people to meet.
There's a lot of people. There's 35,000 plus and there's 4,000 that I'm trying to get to.
That's a lot of people. Well, Sherman, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just please consider your choices and please vote for me. I think I'm your best candidate for this. Thank you.
All right, and thank you for being here, Sherman, and good luck in the election.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you for watching.